Can I ask you a question? Just real quick, one sec.
Sure, ask away.
Who is your favorite VTuber?
Favorite VTuber? Well, of course my favorite is Hacha. It's Suzuhara Ruru. Yes, it's Suzuhara Ruru.
Okay. Well, my favorite VTuber is of course Usada Peko. It's Suzuhara Ruru. It's Suzuhara Ruru.
Okay. Hey, up where? What's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite TV shows. I just finished doing a movie review like 12 seconds ago. Maybe a little longer. But yeah, anyways, today I will be resuming my list, my year-end lists, and this time with top 10 favorite TV shows of 2020. Yay. So yeah, I will not do top 10 TV episodes anymore because I think it's a pointless list. It's not that interesting. And yeah, instead, I actually kind of want to do a top 10 anime of the year list, except I haven't watched enough animes yet. So yeah, anyways, I will, once I finish watching enough animes in 2020, I will do a top 10 animes of 2020 list, but not now, maybe somewhere in 2021, but expect it to be somewhere between ReZero Season 2, Great Pretender, Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken, Sing Yesterday to Me, Oregairu Season 3, Haikyuu to the Top, Kakushikoto, Dorohedoro, ID Invaded, Chihaya Furu 3, you know the drill. Anyways, let's begin with some mentions. I don't know exactly if they should be honorable mentions or not because I don't know that many TV shows, but there's one TV show that I kind of want to talk about, and that is We Are Who We Are, and it is written and directed by Luca Guadagnino, and a lot of people are complaining about this TV show, giving it negative reviews, so I'm not so sure if it's a good one or not. I haven't even seen it, but I would just like to mention it. Anyways, let's round it at a number 10. We have Money Heist, or La Casa de Papel Season 2, or more like Seasons 3 and 4, or Parts 3 and 4. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a great TV show, honestly, but I still enjoy it, at least to a slight bit. I think the cinematography is great, it's high production level. I think a lot of the action is still very intense and entertaining and engaging and fun. Part 3 is pretty good, I have to admit. Part 3 is pretty good. It's maybe a little too fast paced for its own good, but the conflict is there, the tension is there, I'm liking it. Part 4 is where it starts to go a little downhill, maybe a little disappointing, sure. And also, maybe there's just too much singing and dancing in Money Heist for me to take it seriously. But I still think it's worth a mention. Alright, number 9. I am giving it to The Eric Andre Show Season 5. Oh my god, you have no idea how happy I am when I see that The Eric Andre Show is returning for a 5th season. For all of you who don't know this, The Eric Andre Show is it's an absolutely ingenious talk show hosted by the one and only Eric Andre, co-hosted by the one and only Hannibal Buress. Together, they create easily my favorite talk show of all times. This talk show is more than a talk show. It's a way of life. It's a school of thought. It's I don't even know what am I saying. But yeah, the Eric Andre Show Season 5, man, hell yeah. It is explosive, it is stinky, it is smelly, it is garbage, it does not make any sense. It just it is what it is. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Bird up. Even Lizzo is in on the bird up thing. I mean, Eric Andre even had like Grimes show up, and then like Lil Nas X had a cameo or something, and JPEG Mafia, like Peggy and Trippie Red, and I think a Little Yachty. They did the Rap Warrior Ninja thing, which they did earlier in earlier seasons. Yeah, shout out to the Eric Andre Show. At number 8, I'm giving it to Ozark with its latest season, season 3. And yeah, Ozark is pretty much a meat and potatoes sort of a crime TV show that is very well shot, well directed, given that it's so updated. And we also have Jason Bateman, who at first I wouldn't think would be good in a role like this, but he actually fit into the role pretty well. And I think, yeah, quality over quantity. Yeah. Anyways, at number 7, I am giving it to the Queens Gambit, the miniseries. The Queens Gambit, which is a TV show, a mini-series TV show, 7 episodes about the life of Beth Harmon. Brilliantly played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Beth Harmon is a chess child prodigy in the USA in the 60s, and this is the Queen's Gambit. And yes, it's not the most entertaining or fast-paced thing ever. It takes it slow, and it's not that eventful. There are no explosions or crazy fights or anything. But I think this TV show explores the psychology and the backstory of Beth Harmon really well. How, being so successful when your child is not actually that great of a thing, because it actually puts a lot of pressure on that person, leading to, dependent on alcohol and drugs, which is what really happened to Beth Harmon. And also, with all this pressure, whenever Beth Harmon loses to someone, of course, she would fall into a bit of a rock bottom. And this TV show just shows that really, really well. I also like the 60s, 50s aesthetics of the story, and I think it had a really satisfying and strong ending. Also, the way, Hollywood and a lot of movies and TV shows nowadays try to write strong women, strong female characters, but all they do is talk. Wow, this woman is so strong, wow. But, we have TV shows like The Queen's Gambit where it's not just talk. We actually see Beth Harmon, fall and rely on drugs and alcohol and become a really weak and vulnerable person. And then we see her rise up again, and we really see how strong and how mentally determined she can be at the end, which is just fantastic. Alright, moving over, we have number 6, and I am giving it to The Boys, Season 2. Yeah, exactly what you would expect. The Boys is an incredibly violent, sexual, explicit, unapologetic, fuck you all, uh, sort of a superhero satire where all the superheroes are manufactured. They're not born with these powers. They're all corporate, commercial bullshit. They're all dumb propaganda. They're actually bad. Yeah. And The Boys, once again, impresses me with its satirical elements, its witty dialogues. This season is also very, very, very fast-paced for some reason. And in a sense, it's climactic. It's intense. There's a lot of suspense in this season of The Boys. And also the way it is adapted from a comic, but the way it is arranged or rearranged into TV format is actually really smooth and natural, which is really awesome. I love a smooth adaptation. So there you go. All right, in my top 5, I am giving number 5 to BoJack Horseman Season 2. Yeah, I am actually writing a research essay for my English class, and I was doing research on how TV shows portray mental illness, and how TV shows like 13 Reasons Why and Skins and American Horror Story and Euphoria, how they totally butcher the whole mental illness thing. And then we have BoJack Horseman. which is a TV show that prides itself on an incredibly realistic and accurate depiction of what depression really is. It's not some crazy dark force that brings you down and makes you go insane, but it's a thing that you want to get rid of, and it just perfectly shows that in BoJack Horseman. Not only is the voice acting really fantastic, and the story, it's not super eventful, it's not super crazy, it's rather simple, but yet through these really likable characters and really relatable and humane characters, we really root for them and feel engaged in the story, and BoJack Horseman does just that. Alright, number 4. I'm giving it to The Mandalorian Season 2. The Mandalorian, once again, filled in the Star Wars shoes as being one of the few good Star Wars media nowadays, because the movies, they aren't doing well, the prequels aren't really that great, they're kind of mediocre, the sequels, but The Mandalorian is going fine, going strong in this new TV format and with a whole different set of characters. This is so much more well written, so much more compelling and engaging than the prequels and sequels. And you don't have to be a huge Star Wars fan to like this one. It's got the tension, it's got the action, it's got everything you need, and it's really well made and well done. Alright, number 3. I am giving it to Tiger King. Yes, Tiger King is a Netflix documentary series about Joe Exotic versus Carol Baskin. The former of which is a zoo owner from Oklahoma who had gotten himself into a lot of controversies because of how he treats his animals, his tigers, and all that. And then we have Carol Baskin, who is the number 1 enemy of Joe Exotic. She speaks up for animal rights while at the same time running a zoo herself with super small cages. What? And this documentary series is not just about Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin. Of course, this situation has to spiral completely out of control, go out of hand, and a lot more crazy people are involved, all the way from Doc Antle, who is this cult leader, Mario Tabro, who is a drug dealer, this other guy, Jeff Lowe, who's a very dangerous and hardcore con man, and then we have this James Garretson, who is a rat who runs these strip clubs, and then there's this guy who's like a hitman who had killed people before, and it just becomes super complicated, super insane, super messy. And I love a good documentary that documents this insanity, this chaos, and this messiness in a very detailed and organized fashion, and sort of unfold it to the public. And this is such a damn good documentary. I totally did not expect myself to enjoy this documentary this much. I really enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. Alright, number 2, it is, of course, Better Call Saul, Season 5. Better Call Saul once again proved how amazing the writers are. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's just really, really, really good. Better Call Saul, Jimmy McGill, Saul Goodman, back at it again with the scams, with the swindling, with the cons, and they're so creatively written. They go so deep into the plot and lore. They're actually fantastic. Also, Kim's character, which a lot of people complain as a boring character, but the way the writers redeemed Kim and made her interesting in the season is fantastic. We also get a lot of the crime side of things in this season as well. What's going on with Mike, Lalo, Nacho as well. That whole crime storyline also has a lot of suspense going on with brilliant writing, amazing montages, great cinematography, amazing directing as well. I just really, really, really like Better Call Saul, and I can't wait for Season 6. But yeah, number 1, drum roll, Dark, season 3. I have not given a single 10 out of 10 to any movies or albums this year. I've only given one 10 out of 10 rating to one thing this year, and that is Dark. This TV show is revolutionary. It's so criminally underrated and overlooked. It's actually just baffling. It baffles me how few people know about this TV show. I think millions upon millions should watch this TV show because this is the best time travel TV show to have ever existed in mankind. That's it. I'm saying it right here. This is the best piece of time travel medium ever. At least one of them. I mean, of course, it's up there with Primer. Shane Carruth, Primer. Heard of it. But, oh my god. Dark. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything written this way. It defies the cliches, the traditions. It defies the whole, oh, the last 2 episodes has to be the climax. It defies the whole, oh, the storylines, they all diverge and they all come together. It defies all these traditions. It's a time travel TV show that's really true to itself. And you'd think, for how complicated Dark is, you'd think there would be a lot of plot holes, but I can't find that many significant plot holes in the story. They all come together. They're like jigsaw puzzles, but fractured in time. And by the end of the series, you see all these puzzles coming together and you're like, oh my god. The last episode is like the ending for a few characters and at the same time the origin for a few characters. And yeah, I have to admit, at the end of the day, the characters there are not the most likable in the world, but that doesn't matter because Dark is a TV show about love and themes of family and trust as well as hope, sort of venturing through time, and we sort of see that in Dark also. Wow. At first I thought Dark is only going to explore, 2020, the 1980s, and the 1950s, but no, it goes everywhere. There's the future, there's the 2053, and then there's the 1921, and then there's the 1888, and then there's even before. It's all over the place, but in a great way. Again, the way it all connects, it doesn't feel rushed either. I thought it's going to be really rushed because there's only 8 episodes in the last season. But no, it is not. It is not rushed. It is very well paced. The acting is great. The casting, I don't know how, but they managed to cast like for the old versions and the younger versions of the same character, and they managed to cast people who look alike somehow. It's brilliant. It's great. I can't recommend Dark enough. I think it is fantastic. I think it is a masterpiece, and it really is revolutionary as far as time travel media goes. So yeah, what are your favorite TV shows of 2020 from 1 to 10? Comments below. Let me know. I've developed a habit to say from 1 to 10 how much did you rate it. But yeah, comments below. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want more. I will do top 20 worst songs tomorrow, I think. Yeah.